of the big practice exercises that you'll be doing mainly is place patterning, and what this is just working through all the commands that she knows and having her practice her stays, having her practice distractions, and allowing yourself to get comfortable with the tools, with rewards, and just having her follow through. So we're going to keep it pretty simple because I want you guys to be able to practice this and add distractions without having to do too much thinking about what she's supposed to be doing. Free. So I'm just going to lead her to her bed and ask her to place. And when I ask her to place, I'm going to tap on the collar, like a 5, pretty low. Can you place? Good. And I want her lying down when she goes to her bed. So if she doesn't, I'm not necessarily going to ask her to lay down. I can ask her to place again, or I can just use the leash or a hand signal and guide her downward. When she's in place, I want her staying until she's released. So this is a really good chance to practice small distractions, like us walking in front of her, bending down. Nope. Good. Good. When there's things that she struggles with, I want to make sure we're rewarding her when she's successful. So just then she got up and tried to come to me. I told her no, tapped on the collar around a 10, led her back to her bed, and then I tried again. And when she was successful that time, I told her good, which means that she's doing the correct thing currently. She'll get a reward for that, and I'm going to bring the reward to her. So when I say good, I'm marking her stay. I'm saying keep doing that, I'll bring a treat to you. Good. Then to use that with anything challenging, like the windows being opened, which is also something we can practice when we're doing this patterning. Nope. Place. Good. Good. And make sure that I reward these things that are challenging for her. Also practice having somebody go and knock on the door, or walking away from her and knocking on the door. Good. And rewarding when she stays. The only things that mean she's allowed to get up is if I release her with her word that means she's just free to do whatever she wants until told something else, which would be free. And that just means she's free to get up. I can also use a different word when I want a little bit more enthusiasm. This doesn't always work great with her because when she gets nervous, she tends not to want to take food. But we can use it when she is interested in taking food, and that would be sun. Face. Good girl. Nope. If we tell her that she's released to come get food from us. So this is different than when we say good, which means food's coming to her. We can also tell her that she can come to us to get a reward. This is useful when we're doing recalls away from stuff. I want her moving towards us and being kind of enthusiastic. And so that would be yes. And then she can come get up and get food from me, or a toy, or whatever she wants. Good girl. When we're doing this, we can also practice stuff that doesn't involve the bed. So the bed's a nice anchor for her to have, but we can also practice regular. Here. Sunny. Sit. Good. Sit stays and down. Down stays. And all the same rules apply. So if I ask her for a sit, ask her for a down. I want her to remain in that position until I release her or give her another cue to follow. Good. What's challenging for her is when you're sitting, not paying attention to her, she wants to get in her lap. So that'll be a really good thing to practice, is having her in a down state or in her bed a few feet away from you, and practicing just sitting and having her remain where she is. Her goal is for her to settle down and take a nap. She will do that eventually, but it takes her time. She'll improve as you practice this and as time passes and she gets more comfortable. But don't be surprised if she spends the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of being in place panting like this. Then she'll settle down, she'll relax, and she'll realize that that's a lot nicer than sitting here being stressed. She pops up, we'll just reset her as needed. When she's really worked up or she's in a new place, sometimes it takes her like 5, 6 times to say nope, place, and get her back down before she'll stay there. So just be consistent and don't worry if she keeps popping up, right? You just want to make sure you reset her each time until she's able to stay there. It might take a couple times before she realizes that you need it, and that she really has to work through this, which is why this is such a good exercise to practice. Because it'll give you the chance to work on kind of easy stuff, at least simple stuff, but that's challenging for her. So now whenever I give a cue, I'm going to tap pretty low on this. And then if she gets up, I'm going to go a little bit higher, maybe like 5, 8 levels higher. And I'll say, nope, tap it, repeat the cue, use the leash if she needs. Good. And then reward when she's struggling or when she's just doing something that's a little bit challenging for her. Great. I'll do this whole routine for like 10 to 15 minutes. Good girl. Ready? Please. If she's struggling to find the bed or she doesn't want to go on the bed, I can adjust where I'm walking, where I can move with her. So I'm kind of walking her onto the bed. Or I can use the leash. Great. Go. And place.